Yeah. Come over here. Come straight to me if you dare. I got him! In your face, bro. In your face. Got him with the rocket. Oh. Hello everyone, it's Sunday here and welcome back to the channel. We finally got our hands on Battlefield 2042's beta. We got to play it these past few days and I'm here to drop my first impressions on the gameplay. First, I want to start off with the things I covered in my expectations video on this game when the trailer came out. I was excited to try the specialists, this kind of classes this game includes. There's 4 of them on the beta and they all have very unique different abilities and they're all fine. The only thing is that only having one map on the beta and being a very big one, I'm sure they'll shine more on different kind of maps depending on the specialist. Because for example, you have a specialist that has a drone and that's not really useful on a very big map, or at least I didn't find any advantage with using it. Overall, the specialists look like a really nice addition to this game. They add up a new aspect that is new in Battlefield, and I like that they're trying to keep the game fresh in very different aspects. Also, the plus systems. Now here, I really like this. They added the ability to change attachments on weapons on the fly, and that's insane. In the trailer, it looked like a bit too good, and now trying it, it is not as OP as people thought it would be. You can switch attachments on the fly, yeah, but it's really hard to read them in mid-fight. It's not as like something's gonna give you a huge advantage in the middle of a fight. But it's really good to have it available to switch your attachments when you are changing your scenario where you're fighting. There was countless of times where I was using my sniper to snipe people from far away, and I get into a building and I just remove the scope, because I know there could be enemies around and I still want to use my sniper, and you could shot them to chest, finish them with a pistol, and it was really satisfying to be able to do that. Also, it's really nice to change attachments or change ammo types. With different ammo types that are allowed in Battlefield 2042, you can really do different stuff. Like for example, you have AP rounds that are good against light vehicles. I couldn't find if it's really effective with many of them, but I found that it's really effective with the new robotic dog. You can 4-shot that thing easily with AP rounds out of the DMR, for example. And that's a really nice addition to have that counterplay available right in your fingertips. Overall, I think this is one of the things I was most impressed with, and I think the plus system is gonna bring more variety to Battlefield. And again, one of the other things that keep this game fresh and gives me hope for it. Also, about verticality, it seems to be a huge thing in Battlefield 2042. There are many rooftops you can get on, many ladders, many tall buildings, and it was a really open map in the beta, and you could still see verticality there. So I think that's also a really nice addition, having such huge maps and also adding this 3D aspect. I think it's a really good change and a really good change of pace for the kind of gameplay that Battlefield is most used to, that is more linear. The next thing is calling in vehicles, and that's something that really surprised me as well. Being such a huge map, I really like that you can call a vehicle and just move around bases. It really made it easier to move around and you don't find yourself running that much sometimes. Other than that, the game feels pretty much like BF4, and I think that's a good thing too. I think that's what most people wanted. We didn't get to try many of the other new things of the game, like the new modes or Portal. There's just one map, one mode, which is Conquest, and you just drop there and get to shoot stuff, try these few new things that I just mentioned, and that's it. I would say the beta is like between 10 and 20% of the full game, so it's really hard to judge the game with having seen so little about it. The good thing I didn't see so far, and I'm glad they're not getting back to, is some things like mortars, that spammy mechanic that could kill you from out of nowhere. And also, I didn't find any huge choke points in any of the points in this map. And well, we also don't know what they're gonna do about the game modes that are coming. We don't know if hardcore is coming yet. We don't know how the progression is gonna look. So the beta was really incomplete in many ways. So it's really hard to judge the game, but I can see its potential and I really liked it. Now about the gameplay, which was one of my main concerns when I saw the trailer, that we didn't get to see much about it. I found it okay. I'm not blown away by it. I think it's a little improvement over Battlefield 4 and the older games. It does feel better than in the older Battlefields. It does have a good responsiveness when you are playing with low ping. When I found myself in high ping servers, it was really unresponsive, but when I got into a good server, the gunplay felt good. I think in the mid-range and long range it's a bit better, but there's still a few situations where you gotta lead your shots way too much for the short distance you are shooting from. Also, guns like the DMR feels like they should kill in one less shot, and bullet velocity on snipers, on some guns in general, it is still a bit low, and I think they could still improve on that. We still need to see more guns. We only got one gun of each class and two for the SMGs and the whole rifles, but for us only one. And we still need to see the other guns and see how they are balanced between each other. So I'm not gonna touch more on the gunplay until we get on the release, but in general it was a good impression. It does seem more up to date, but in my opinion games like Insurgency still do it better. The moments where I found the gunplay being the worst was when movement was involved. The movement in Battlefield 2042 is a bit too fast in my opinion. When you are tactical running, you have two speeds of running. You can normal run and tactical run, kind of like in Call of Duty, and you can slide like in Call of Duty. I don't know why they took this from that game. I don't think they should include any Call of Duty mechanics in Battlefield, but they did. And the movement it's a bit too fast sometimes. And when people are zigzagging around, sliding, they're moving way too fast for them to be tracked while you're shooting, and that was really annoying. The only fair fights I found were those where the enemy was shooting back at me or shooting at someone else, and I could track or actually predict where I should be shooting so I could easily kill them. Otherwise, if they're just running around, zigzagging, sliding, the movement was way too fast. And also in some situations where you're shooting someone, they slide away from your visual and they kill you from another angle, and you have no control against that because the movement is so fast that it's really hard to react to the direction at that speed. I think they really need to work on movement. In my opinion, it doesn't fit the game, it doesn't feel Battlefield, and they're just copying COD because they think that will make them popular, but I don't think that's the case. There are glitches in the game, there are bugs in it. I think that's things are expected in the beta, and I think they'll be fixed on release. There are things like elevators and sub-zip lines, some animations like taking down people with melee that don't work. Those things can be fixed and will probably be fixed. But I hope they work on other things like movement that it doesn't feel good from the shooting end and needs some tweaking in my opinion. But overall, my beta experience was positive. I just don't think I can say much with such a small sample of the game. So I'll reserve my full opinion on the game for its release and when we can actually get the full experience. For now, let me know in the comments below what was your beta experience like. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, where I regularly stream many FPS titles. I will stream a lot of Battlefield 2042 as soon as it comes out, so stay tuned for that. You can find the link to my Twitch and other socials in the description down below. So that's it for today, and as always, I'll see you on the battlefield.